What's up, world? It's your boy, the one the prophet from Spartanburg, South Carolina, down here with Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Doing my thing, getting the world my testimony. Holla at your boy. Yes, sir.
Good, 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 good. See, you ain't gotta believe or agree with me, but I look good, 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 good. And you ain't gotta put on no thinking cap to know this sound good, good, good.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted
Industry's
podcast.
Most Wanted.
I heard we got Spartanburg
Spartanburg in the building.
You know, give me some love, man, first and foremost. Transferring that good energy, positive vibe. Shout out to D1 the Prophet. What's going on with you, family?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Man, it's a pleasure to have you here. You know what I'm saying?
Being here.
Absolutely. I know you do a lot of different things, right? More than an artist. Kind of break that down for us first and foremost.
D1 the prophet. I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. The 864 the bird. You ain't heard? Yes, sir. I'm a songwriter. I write all types of music, man. I love music from day one, you know what I'm saying? Some God put it in my DNA. But I love good, clean music. They're gonna get the body moving, get the soul crunk, you know what I'm saying? Get your body thinking.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Thank you for breaking all that down for us. Let's just take it back because I need people to understand your journey. That's really important because you have a story to tell. Take us back to when you were little, you know, maybe 5 to 10 years old. You grew up in Spartanburg?
Yes, ma'am.
What was it like for you at that age? About that age bracket out there. What was it like growing
Well,
up?
in Spartanburg, I come from a poor family, so it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
Especially being black in America.
Yeah.
Growing in the poor side of town, it was like we was always picked on, and it's like it made you didn't even want the lifestyle you was living. So it made you want to get out and do something different with yourself. So I was young and I got into the streets because if you don't get love at home, you're gonna find it somewhere else. And I found mine in the street, unfortunately.
How old were you when you jumped off the porch and got in the streets?
I was 12 years old.
You was 12. Let me ask you this, you know, that's young. You know what I'm saying? You're still at that age, technically a child. What was that like for you being that age and feeling like that's where you had to go to get that love?
Well, see, I ain't never had a mom in my life.
Yeah.
I ain't never know my dad. My grandma raised me up. So it was like with that, and then you in the poor environment, so we used to see drug dealers and all jack boys and goons and goblins and all that type of stuff. So I looked up to the drug dealers.
Yeah.
Because it was like they had what we lacked.
Yes.
So one of my friends ended up being a drug dealer, and I ended up getting a pack from him, and it was like that was probably the worst mistake I ever made, but in a sense, it was one of the best mistakes I made.
Yeah.
Because it made me see life for what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. I can only imagine you learned a lot being in the streets and being around. I feel like it's important in life that we have to know both sides. And I'm not, you know, encouraging anybody to get out there in the streets, but we have to be street smart and savvy. Because if you don't understand the streets, that's how people get taken advantage of.
Exactly.
We have to walk around literally like with our head on a swivel. We have to be mindful of what's going on outside. But at the same time, we got to have that book savvy. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. How old were you when you decided, you know what, I kind of want to veer away from the streets? Or maybe not age. How long was the street life for you?
Well, I was in the streets practically my whole life.
Yeah.
And it took jail. It took me going to prison.
Yeah.
And God came to me and he spoke to me.
Yes.
He said that my mind was like New York City. And then he showed me my mind. He showed New York City, and then he speeded it all up with all the noise and all the sound. He said, how can you hear my voice through all that? He had to put me in a place, you know what I'm saying? Allow me to be in a place where I can hear his voice.
Yes.
And I heard his voice, and thank God for that.
Yes, absolutely. God will never fail us. He'll never let us down. He's got you covered. How long were you incarcerated?
I was in there for 5 years.
Okay. Let's talk about that just a little bit. So 5 years of your life, you had to sit down, right? Thank God it wasn't longer than that. Let's just say that first. Thank God it wasn't a longer period of that. I'm the type of person, I like to try to pull the positive out in everything. What we focus on is what develops, right? So we have to focus on the positive. What positive did you get from having to sit down for them 5 years?
Well, first, I found God.
Yes.
I found God, and He showed me who I was and who He seen me for.
Yeah.
And it was the opposite of what I thought.
Yeah.
That was the crazy thing. It was the opposite of what I thought, and it made me look deep into myself, what I call the out of body experience.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we got to step outside ourselves and
Mhm.
look at our life so we can figure out what's going on.
Man, you just said something right there. You are right. I tell artists a lot, you have to like take a step back and look at the bigger picture because a lot of people don't do that. We have to take accountability for ourselves, right? That's what probably one of the main things that going to prison taught you is accountability for your own actions,
Exactly.
what you need to not do and what you need to be doing.
Exactly.
Are you a father?
I'm a father.
How old is your oldest, if you don't mind sharing?
My oldest is 23 years old.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, my oldest is 20. He about to be 30. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? God said, as long as there's breath in your body, He still got purpose for you.
No, that is facts. 100%. So your oldest, you said is 23?
23.
23 years ago, you have a son? Is it a boy or a girl?
A daughter.
A daughter. 23 years ago, when your baby girl was born, how did that change your life?
It actually made me realize that the devil was a lie because I had people telling me before I turned 21 I wouldn't live to see it.
Mm.
And I had my first daughter before I turned 21, and it was like, thank God I got my kid. Now I can, if I die, at least I got a kid to carry my name.
Your legacy. I love that. Most definitely. Do you have other children?
I have 8 kids.
Okay. That's
I got 8 kids. God blessed me with a lot of kids, and I realized that He blessed me with these kids, that He gonna make a way for me to take care of these kids,
absolutely.
and it's through the music.
Absolutely. You're living through your purpose. So you have kids, man, that is a blessing right there. Because when we have kids, it instantly becomes bigger than us. You now have a bigger purpose to live.
Exactly.
Especially when they're little, they're fully dependent upon you. Are you done having kids?
Oh, it's over with. Hopefully.
He said that's enough. You know what I'm saying? No,
Hopefully.
that's how I feel. I definitely would never have any more kids, not at my age. No way. Well, let's talk about music. About how old were you when you started doing music for yourself? Because music's probably always been a passion for you. How old were you when you actually started getting in the studio and recording and writing music?
Well, like I was in prison, and God spoke to me on the rec yard one day. They was having a talent show.
Yeah. Okay.
And He spoke to me on the yard, and He said, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm.
And when He told me that, it made me think, and I went back and I prayed on it. And He just kept on showing me that I was supposed to be doing music. So I went to one of the people that I knew do music, and I started talking to him how to write music. And he showed me how to write music, and it's like, through my process of being incarcerated, I was learning the music, getting closer with God,
Yes.
and finding out who I am. And it was like, to this point now, it's an honor and a blessing to go through that process to get me to the point where I'm at now.
Absolutely, most definitely. So, with your music that you do right now, do you write everything or do you get in a studio and freestyle and punch in? How does that part come together?
Well, with me, I pretty much like to write.
Okay.
I like to write because I punch it. Everything people got to realize, punching in is freestyle.
Yeah.
It just, I like to take the time to go look over it and figure out what is best for that spot.
Yes.
Because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we can have too many words in the spot, we can just use 2.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying certain words all the time, we can go to the dictionary and find something better for it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to take my time with it.
Yeah, I really feel like, and I just spoke on this yesterday, ironically, I feel like that artists need to have a wide vocabulary because you want to make your music interesting. If you're using basic words all the time, like it's like, okay, it's cool, but every now and again, you want to throw a little bit of them bigger words or kind of like something like your wordplay. So it's important that you write because you can actually take your time and go back and change things up. Let me ask you this, being that you were incarcerated, you probably had maybe a little bit of anxiety coming out of there, getting readjusted, 5 years is a long time. Does writing help you with that, like on a mental level?
It was like, writing was like, I found my peace.
Yeah.
It was like I was figuring something out different that I didn't know.
Mm.
And when I get in this area, it's like when I'm on stage, I feel like that is my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
He says that what The gift he give you is going to bring you peace and joy, and it will bring you wealth. So we are doing things that we dread, or we doing for the money, or for a whole bunch of reasons. But God said what he got for you, you're going to do it, and no dread or pain or sorrow comes with it. So if we ask God what he made us for and stop trying to be who we think we are, he will show us that, and we will love doing it, and it's going to take care of you and your family.
That's powerful right there. I love that. Thank you for being so transparent too. I love that. I love when people are open to sharing their journey because it's going to help motivate other people. I want to go back to something you said a little earlier. You know, when you were incarcerated, you let God into your life, and you said that it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. Break that down for us. What did you think it was going to be versus what it really is by allowing God into your life?
Okay. See, it's like the church or the Christians, so-called Christians, they got everything taught where you think it's a religion.
Yeah.
That you got to walk on eggshells and you got to do this and that to follow God. And God showed me that it ain't that.
Yeah.
He just wants you to have a relationship with him. See, if you have a relationship with him, you'll be in his word. You'll know what he mean and what he say. And once you know what a person say, you can communicate with him more. And if you communicate with him more, he'll show you more of him. Because his word will tell you every aspect of him. His sad, his happy, his joyous, when he healed people. His word is the way, the truth, and the life. We just got to believe that.
Man, that was so powerful. That is true. And it's, you know, just like you got to meet DJ Wynn, and DJ Wynn, you know, transitioned his life years back. And that's exactly what he said. It's about having that relationship.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. You know, once you let God in your life and you have that relationship, it's no different than people here on earth. We have to build relationships with people. I say it all the time. Relationships will put you in places that money cannot. You know what I'm saying? You have to build them solid relationships, keep your face card good. Same thing with God. When you allow him in your life and you build that relationships, he's going to put you in so many different places. He's going to cover you and bless you. I love that. That is amazing. Gosh, that just like, that really like touches me right there. I love, you know, talking about that. That's important to me. What are you enjoying the most about being a music artist?
The lives that I touch, the people I touch.
Yeah.
Because I realized my era, we on more of a higher frequency.
Yeah.
That's why it's harder for an older person to understand or like the music of younger cats, because I believe they're on a lower frequency. See, by them being on a lower frequency, it's hard for us to even get that feeling because we're in a higher frequency than that. So I feel that our music reflects that, and I'm trying to put out a more positive message to show you that the power of life and death is in the tone. See, the problem is we speaking death into the lives of others. We're using our platform for the wrong reasons. God didn't intend it to be that way. He intended us to use our platform to bring him glory, not ourselves.
Let me ask you this. For somebody that's younger, like you said, I agree with what you just said, because I say it all the time. I feel like a lot of the music that's coming out is low vibrational music. And people who are a little bit older and seasoned like myself, I don't degrade it, but it's just not my flavor per se, because I grew up in an era where we had like some of these legends putting out music, which was that higher vibrational music. That's what you're creating. What would you say to the youth, the younger generation that's maybe just getting started doing music, you know, and maybe is having some thoughts about, should I let God in my life and allow him to, you know, touch everything I have? What would you tell the youth?
Well, my biggest problem is we got to come to a realization. And it's just a story in the Bible that talks about the prodigal child. And it said it was a point when the prodigal child was in the pig pen. And it said that he came to a realization that his servants had it better in his father's house. See, we got to come to the point where we got to realize that it may be better doing it God's way than doing it our own way. And see, I came to that conclusion because I thought I had it figured out. I had money, I had cars, all the women, but I was never happy. I was never happy until I lost it all. And when I lost it all, I gained everything. And I had to gain it behind the wall. That's the sad thing. And I tell them that if you start now, that the later will not come, because the later would be a better future than the start point of you starting now.
Yeah. That is powerful, bro. I love it. Thank you for saying that too, because a lot of these youngins absolutely need to hear that. And some adults too, like some older people, they need to hear that. It's like some people be like, oh, I'll start next week or I'll start next month. No, start right now. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's building your relationship with God or maybe starting a new business, don't wait. Do it now. Figure it out.
Because the power of life and death is in the tongue. And you can speak forth life into your life, or you can speak forth death into your life. That's why they got the youth, because they using them as our role models, our example. That's why we're seeing them in front of us. And they getting them to tell us what we should do.
Yes.
And that is drill, kill, kill. Talk down on women, bring guns, do all these drugs. When it's destroying our people and other people too, but mostly our people.
Yes.
And it's a time for a change. It's time for a change because the devil is a lie.
Yeah.
We need to change the narrative and show them that we can make music. We can make music great again. That's what we need to do. Make music great again.
Absolutely. Because the government, and then not to get off too much on a tangent, but the lower income communities, that's where they're placing the drugs at. You know what I'm saying? Because they want people to kill themselves. But it's up to us who have a voice, like you said, to change the narrative, especially you. You are a black man in America. You have a voice. You got to talk about that so these youngins don't get tricked by the system. They get tricked out the streets by the system.
Exactly.
And
it's up against us.
It's sad, man. It's sad. And I'm just like, I love talking about this kind of stuff. I know we kind of getting off subject, but this stuff needs to be heard.
It needs to be heard.
Man, thank you again for sharing that. People need to hear it. That's a powerful message. When you first started doing music, you said you were incarcerated until now. About how long has that time period been that you've been actually recording music?
I actually been doing it professionally now for 4 years. 4 years and some change.
4 years and some change. So let me ask you this. Everything that you know right now, if you could go back 4 years when you first started, what would you say that you wish you knew then that you know now?
I wish I knew that it takes money, for one, because you got to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You can't expect nobody to invest in you if you ain't investing in you.
Yeah.
That's one thing I wish I knew then, because I wasted time. Okay. I think
that's a good one, though. Absolutely. Because that's a major one. Because so many of these young artists, when they come to people like me or other people, OG Bigger Rankin, they don't understand why they got to pay. And it's like, this is a business. It costs us money to run a business. Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm investing money back into my business. That's no different. You're a business. You're a walking, talking business. So you have to invest in that. So that's a great one. Thank you for pointing that out. We were kind of talking about it up front too. And I want to ask you this right here. We had DJ Win here, and I feel like there's a divide right now, or a disconnect between artists and DJs. DJs, a lot of them aren't breaking artists like they used to. Do you agree with that? How do you feel about that?
I agree with that. Because it's like the foundation of music started with a DJ. The foundation of music started with a DJ.
Yeah.
And it's like we're getting so far away from that with the screening and all, and we're missing the whole point. And see, when that happens, people get left out. People get left out behind the dollar. Because it's the love of the money is the root of all evil.
Yes.
And see, we don't care about the people who paved the way. We got to always give a flower to the ones who paved the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me ask you this. Who is one of your all-time favorite artists? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be somebody you like them because of their music. Maybe you like their hustle. You like their mentality. Who is one of those artists for you? Pay them homage.
Honestly, Pac and Biggie. That's crazy, ain't it?
No, I agree. I agree, because they were both legends.
Exactly. And it's like Pac, you got to see the transition in Pac's life.
Yeah.
Pac did what it take for him to improve himself to get him to where he need to be in life. And Biggie was the same way.
Yeah.
But they get caught up in the system or the situation.
Yeah.
And we be the products of that.
Absolutely. Man, you might need to be a motivational speaker or a pastor.
I do every day.
Well,
I do. I minister every chance I get.
you as you should, man. You are a vessel. God put you here for a reason. Let's talk about that. You this is your passion. Music is your passion. 100%. What is your purpose through music?
My purpose is to use my platform to show the glory of God.
Mm,
To show people that we can make good music without cursing.
yeah.
We can make good music without talking about killing and all the negative things that the devil wants us to do. Because music, it touches the soul. And we got to feed the soul what needs to be in the soul so the body can grow healthy.
Man, that is facts. Absolutely. And I like the fact that you're putting out clean music. Like, I don't curse on my interviews because in my mind, by me not cursing and you not cursing in your music, it makes you more marketable. You are more apt to get picked up. Your song is more apt to get picked up and maybe put in a commercial or in film because it's already clean out the gate. You're not talking about all this weird stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Makes you more marketable. Are you open to doing other genres of music?
Whatever God's will for my life,
Yeah.
I'm open to it. I'm willing to do it.
Do you currently listen to other genres of music?
I got gospel playing in my car right now.
I love it. So you on the gospel side and the secular side, doing both. That is amazing. Have you recorded any gospel music?
I'm working on a gospel song now.
Yeah.
And a country song. I'm working on, I was like, whatever I'm feeling at the moment,
Yeah.
that's what I go with.
Absolutely, because that opens you up to a bigger market. If you do a record that's a country song, imagine the fan base that you can gain from that.
Exactly.
As an artist, they be missing out on that by only sticking to doing one genre, only hip hop or only R&B or only country. You got to, look at some of the artists that came, years ago. They dove into doing rock. Run DMC did that.
I love music, period.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. Right now, what are you currently working on? Are you in album mode or are you focusing on putting singles out?
I'm focusing on pretty much putting singles out.
Yeah.
Because I want to concentrate and take my time in each piece individually.
Yes.
Because, you know what I'm saying? And I want to push that song to the next song.
Yeah.
And it all will become one full body. Y'all just got to keep me going so y'all can see the whole thing.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like that how music has evolved over the years, meaning that we've gotten away from CDs and everything is digital now? How do you feel about that? Because I miss CDs.
Me, myself, I like CDs better too because it's like it was more clearer.
Yeah.
And it was people get paid better than doing it that way. This way they doing it now is like people getting ripped off. They want you to put more out there and want to pay you less. And they're like, what is the right in that?
It's insulting.
Right.
It's insulting to an artist because you put a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and money into creating a great record. One song could cost you, between a video, the mix and master, could probably cost you $1,500, $2,000 just to purchase the beat. You know what I'm saying? So we'll say you're $1,500, $2,000 in. How many streams do you got to get to even just make that break even, let alone make a profit? Do you think that CDs would be something that you would get into doing and getting out here selling them? Because I'd buy one.
If that what it take.
Yeah.
If that what it take. Because it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50. I understand the marketing, promotion, and all the things you got to do to make the artist stand out. But it is a 50-50 understanding supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be in it to make money. You want to make money, I want to make money too.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make money being ripped off because I'd rather not have none of it.
Nah, facts. That is facts. And that's exactly what I feel like, I don't mean to throw shade to the digital streaming platforms because it is a great way to get your music out to the masses. People in other countries can listen to you. So I don't feel like that's a bad thing, but I feel like artists should also be doing other things as well. Maybe building a website and putting your music for sale on your website in addition to putting it on Spotify and Apple and stuff like that. Is that something that you would be open to doing?
Yeah, I've been following D1. I'm D1 too, but D1 Music, he's on a positive note. He's a follower of God.
Yeah.
And I've been following his message and I am proud of him. I give him much respect because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
and he's selling his stuff individually online and stuff. If that's what I got to do to get that dollar, hey, that's what I do. We all can eat on the same table, but if you want to be greedy and hog up all the cornbread, then you can go to another table.
Hey, leave some cornbread.
No, I'm talking
We
about-
hungry, okay? That is so funny. No, I love it. Absolutely. And I love the fact that you're open-minded. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you have to be as an artist, is be creative and think of different ways to make money and get your music out there. Most definitely. We talked a little bit about the divide between artists and DJs. Let me ask you this. I feel like that a lot of artists are lacking artist development. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree. It's like it's like the industry now is looking for what is popping now.
Yeah. Yes.
And they used to mold the artists into what they think they should be. So by you doing that, you can't speed up the process. You speeding up the process. That's what we're working with now, trying to speed up the process.
Yes.
So we got to slow it down. The chicken would taste better if you let it cook on 300 and 325.
That is facts. I love that analogy too, because it's a microwave generation.
Exactly.
Back in the days, the labels would do artist development. They would build them up to the superstar that they wanted. Now they're only going to pick up artists that already have this big major buzz. We got to get back to artist development. I agree with that. And thank you for sharing that as well. You're in single mode right now. What is the most current single that you put out for people to go check out?
I just dropped that. I look good. I look good. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to believe and agree with me. It's out there on all platforms and it's moving up. Y'all need to check it out. It's some clean, good music.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you agree with me.
Is there a visual for it yet?
We got a video out and I don't know what the label, all they're going to do with it right now.
Yeah.
But we just marketing, promoting it, and hey, not hoping, we know what it's going to do. We just waiting on, you know what I'm saying, to deliver the check.
Yes, absolutely. When you create your music, I know you said you like to write. Do you record yourself or do you go to a studio setup and record?
Well, actually, I got me a little studio set up at my house.
Yes.
And I do the rough draft at the house, and I go to another studio and drop it again. And then I might go to another studio and drop it again. And then I send it off to get it mastered.
There you go. Absolutely. Who are you working with on your engineering? Shout them out.
My engineer, I got my boy Nitro on the beats for Spartanburg, South Carolina. Y'all need to holler at him before the price go up.
I know that's right, because you about to put some plaques on his wall, ain't it? Ain't it though?
Y'all better holler at us before the price go up.
Holler at your boy, you know what I'm saying? Price
Yes,
going up,
sir.
because them plaques on the way. We manifesting
They on the
that.
way. They on the way.
Yes. We have to manifest everything we want. Do you believe in that?
I believe in that. Because you get what you see you have. You have what you say you have. That's what I see. You speak life or death, blessings or cursings. So that's why I don't like to use curse words, because they're exactly what they are.
Yes.
Cursed words.
Man, that's so powerful. Thank you for sharing that as well, because a lot of people need to hear that. I love how transparent you are. Most
Thank you.
definitely.
Likewise.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, because people, they want to know that stuff about you. Tell us something about you that you don't mind sharing that nobody knows. Give us the juicy.
I like to have fun. I do. That's one of my main things. I like to see other people happy. That's my main thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy when I see others happy.
What do you do in your spare time? Because I know you work a lot, you know, musically and stuff. For example, when I have some free time, I love hiking. I love being outdoor. God gave us so many beautiful gifts. I get out there and enjoy them. What is something for you that you do just when you have a little free time to clear your mind?
I like going to the beach.
Yeah.
Sitting out there on that balcony.
Yeah.
Feeling the breeze, listening to the water.
Yeah.
Being one with God. I like amusement parks. I love just fun, just living life.
Yeah.
What's life if you don't live?
That's facts. I'm going to ask you this because I recently sat down with, shout out to my homie CEO Khaki. He's got a great podcast called The Integrity Response.
Shout out, CEO Cassie.
Yeah, one of the things that he asked all his guests, are you living or are you surviving? I'm going to ask you that. I'm going to take that from you, Khaki. Are you living or are you surviving?
I'm thriving.
Tell us, break it down.
I used to say I'm maintaining until God showed me that by you maintaining, you're going to always be maintaining.
Yeah.
So I started saying I'm thriving because I'm thriving. I'm gonna always be thriving for more and more and more.
Yeah.
It's like we got to constantly keep moving forward. We can't be at one point. It got to be a river of water. Keep moving. It brings forth life.
Let's talk about that a little bit more in depth. You know, for you personally, what is it that keeps you motivated, keeps you thriving? I know, you know, God's in your life. Besides that, what else is it that lights that fire up under you and keeps you going?
That's a good one because it's like God is usually one, but
Your kids?
my hope for others, my kids is like number one.
Yeah.
But my hope for others is like I grieve more for others than I do for myself. And when I walk through this life, and I see people in situations they don't have to be, it grieves you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to be happy when you see in a dying world.
That's right. You're so selfless. You're very, very selfless. I get that vibe from you. You would probably do something for someone else before you would your own self. I love that. God's going to always cover you and take care of you.
Yeah. And that's for everybody who want them to. For everybody who want them to. We just got to know that, hey, it's bigger than us.
Yeah. It's way bigger than us. Do you have a big body of work out there on the platforms?
I got Child Space. It's doing like 30-something thousand. It's low numbers, but hey, they organic. Ain't no bot shoes.
No, that's big numbers, bruh.
And the music is good. It's called Child's Play. Y'all go look it up. Know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to spell my name out. DONETHAPROFIT. And then you put in Child's Play. And you look at the song, I guarantee you be like, boy, I can ride to that. Because it's Child's Play to me.
Yeah.
It's getting that way anyhow.
Do you have a bunch of songs out on the platforms though?
I just been putting them out little bit by little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like I seen something from the get-go. It's like you putting all your music out here and ain't nobody bringing no money.
Yeah.
I'm putting all my money into putting it out there for what? If I'm gonna give you a couple of them, You can work with them. If you decide you want to see more, holler at me.
Man. Out of all the songs that you've written, recorded, and released, or maybe written and recorded but haven't released, which of those songs is the most personal one for you? Think about that for a second.
My most one that I like that nobody really ain't heard yet, or I ain't put it out there like that, it's probably gonna be It's On Me.
It's On Me. That sounds personal. That sounds real personal. It sounds like an accountability kind of record. It's On Me. What does that song mean to you? Where were you at mentally when you were putting that song together?
Well, every song I write it piece by piece.
Okay.
I listen to the beat and first I pray over it and tell God give me what he need me to say to the people. And it's like I find the beat and I take it piece by piece and then I look at the whole picture. And it was like, it was a reflection on my life. It was like God, he always been there for me. Because he been there for me, this is what I got for you.
Yeah.
Because of my cousin was there for me, this is what I'm gonna be there for you. Because of whoever been there for me that I haven't forgot it. And when I make it, you make it.
Again, that selflessness, I love it. You want to see the people that you love and the people around you win.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm a big believer, in order for us to be a boss, we have to put other people in a position to be a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's absolutely what you're doing. When you wake up in the morning, what time on average do you get up in the morning? Let me ask you that first.
2:30, 3 o'clock.
AM or PM?
AM.
Okay. So you get up that early? When you get up, open your eyes, what's the first thing that you do?
I usually pray before my feet hit the floor because I realized that what the disciples used to do.
Yeah.
Before they ate their morning meal, they fed their spirit first. See, that's why I believe a lot of people walk around acting so drained and tired all the time.
Yeah.
Because we take too much time feeding our body, our flesh, and we don't even feed our spirit. Because man don't live off of bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. And that's the reason.
Do you fast?
I fast in other ways.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whatever you deny yourself, you're fasting.
Yeah.
So I deny myself a lot of things for the sake of knowledge and wisdom and wanting to hear of God.
Yeah. Absolutely. Out of all the wisdom that you've been given, maybe by some of your elders or your OGs, what's one of the ones that stick with you the most?
Well, when I was in prison, and this guy, I was dealing with some issues.
Yeah.
Just getting in the system, and the devil was attacking me because now I'm a new believer in Christ. And he told me that, remember this, he said, the devil cannot tell the truth. That anything he say is the opposite of that. And then he said that the devil is not going to tell you something to help you. So if he tell you something, it's to hurt you, and God is not no author of confusion. Oh, and it was like that carried me through my whole being, because it was like every time the devil throws something at me, I remembered it was the opposite.
That's right. 100%. Thank you again. I know I'm gonna keep thanking you, but you're dropping these gems and that wisdom, because my OG Bigger Rankin, when I first started working with him, dropped so many things on me. And sometimes when I get ready to do something, I quickly reflect back to what he told me, and I'd be like, nope, I don't need to do that. Because not everything deserves a reaction.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's some things we just got to let it be. Leave it right where it's at. Because like you said, the devil's a lie.
Exactly.
Man, what are you going to do this year, 2024, that you maybe didn't quite get done 2023 musically?
Crossover. That's the plan. That's the plan. I believe, I know in my heart that this year that I'm going to cross over.
Yeah. What does that mean to you? For people who are really not familiar with your movement, what does crossing over mean to D1 the Prophet?
Like a transition.
Yeah.
Like from being one person to becoming another person.
Yeah.
And that's what I plan on doing in 24, transitioning into the person God intended me to be.
I love it. Absolutely. Is the people around you, I mean, I know you got people with you today. Shout out to the guys with you today.
Appreciate y'all.
But like outside of them, is a lot of the people that are close to you and around you, are they on board with your movement when it comes to music?
See, everything is scripture.
Yeah.
Because the Bible says that a prophet is not worthy in his own community. And I have seen that everywhere I have went, that people tell me the same thing. Remember, the devil can't come with no new lies. He's going to tell you the same lies over and over again. And it's like everywhere you go, people are talking about they ain't getting the right support system.
Yes.
They ain't getting this and they ain't getting that. And it's like, I see that.
Yes.
And it does affect us and it does hurt. But I realized that I could stand alone, and I didn't think I could.
Yes. 100%. Absolutely, we can. It's great to have a team, but we know we can stand alone, most definitely. Do you feel like you get more love outside your city than you do from your city?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always like that. And it's like once you really start blowing up, then that's when people back home want to jump on board. But it's like, it's too late now. You got to get on board or get left behind.
Exactly.
That train ain't stopping. That's like a freight train you going on. Ain't that right?
It's like an open book.
Yes. Facts, man. Well, listen, thank you for being so transparent and sharing our journey. Is there anything else that you're working on, whether it be other business ventures or maybe some merch or anything that people need to be in tune with?
Oh yeah. I got merch I'm working on.
Okay.
I got I'm trying to branch out into the franchise. I'm trying to have car lines. There's a lot of stuff I'm gonna be trying to do. It's like whatever. It's plenty areas. It's plenty areas that we need righteous people in.
Yes.
Instead of these ungodly people, so we can show the love of God.
That's right. That's right. Because there's a lot of self-righteous people out here. They're just so selfish. It's all about me, me, me.
Exactly.
What can you do for me? No, you have to be selfless. You know, like you said, putting those righteous people out there that's going to help people and spread the love and spread the word of God.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. You are absolutely a gem. Let me just tell you that.
You are.
Man, I'm so excited we got a chance to meet, man. You just made my day. I feel like, not that I was feeling bad before, but you uplifted me. I just want you to know that.
Iron sharpened iron. That's
Yeah.
what I'm here for. We here for.
100%, man. You got great energy. You are going to be successful in this business.
Yes, ma'am. We are.
We are. We're speaking it. We're manifesting it right here, right now, today. Y'all see it. Straight like that, man.
History. It's his story, not mine.
His story. Absolutely, man. Tell everybody, because they got to be in touch with you, in tune with you. Where can they follow you on your social media?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook at the moment. You can find me because you got to spell it out. It's DONETHAPROFIT. D1 The Prophet. If you don't spell it out like that right there, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to find me, maybe, but maybe not. But look me up, man. I think y'all like what y'all get.
Straight like that. I know you have a lot of people that support you, love on you. It's important that we give people their flowers when they're here. Who do you want to shout out to?
I want to shout out to Boom Man, Miss Pinky, Book with Bone, Tamika, Bigger Rankings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's an honor and a privilege just to be here where I am at today because I wasn't here last year.
I love that. I love that. That's so humbling. That is so humbling. I love that.
And it took y'all because y'all have been like a role model for me, a motivation for me. Because without y'all telling me or your smile or seeing your work ethics, I would have been gave up. But see, God put the right people in your circle.
That's right. 100%. I got one last question for you. We are live right here. Let me drop it. Industry's Most Wanted. Boom. Shout out to D1 The Prophet, man.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and tell the whole world, everybody, what makes you the industry's most wanted.
I'm the industry's most wanted because I'm the next thing popping. Holla at your boy. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We up out of here, y'all.
Good, and you ain't gotta put on no thanking cap to know this sound good, 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 and you ain't